Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Tuesday night's debate was a nonverbal sparring match that spoke volumes. Here's how a body language expert broke down Trump's defensive tactics. Former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris faced off on the debate stage for the first time on September 10th. And predictably, commentary began flooding the internet from the second the two stepped on stage. As Americans dissected the dynamic between the two candidates during the debate, it became pretty clear that there was a silent power struggle behind the podiums. Body language expert and behavioral analyst Tracy Brown, CSP, spoke to the list about what was going down in the minds of Harris and Trump. She pointed out several specifics, starting with their first interaction, that handshake.
Biden and Trump did not greet each other, and Kamala, she went for the handshake!
Brown made a pointed reference to Trump's apparent reluctance to shake his Democratic opponent's hand, saying, "With the handshake, she took the opportunity to set the tone. She walked on more quickly than him and was trying to look him in the eye. He wouldn't return that look. She had to duck to get within his view and wasn't going to let him avoid her." According to Brown, Harris's determination to step into his territory and insist on a handshake established dominance and set the tone for the evening. The body language expert also spoke on the reason she had to do that, suggesting that Trump's unwillingness to shake Harris's hand was part of a planned strategy to avoid engaging her emotionally. Brown explained, "His behavior of avoiding her and failing to engage lasted through the night. He rarely looked at her, preferring to focus on the moderators the vast majority of the time." Commentators leading up the debate expected something like this to happen, saying that a big part of Trump's debate coaching involved handling personal attacks.
He has been personally told, Donald Trump, by people close to him, not to engage in these personal attacks.
However, Brown thinks the strategy backfired in the eyes of the audience, saying that Harris's refusal to be deterred gave her an upper hand. In contrast to Trump, Harris was much more animated throughout the course of the debate. When Trump brought up the unproven rumors of immigrants eating cats and dogs in Ohio, her facial reactions were transparently amused.
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets.
The stark difference in the two candidates' postures and reactions was plainly apparent throughout the roughly hour-and-a-half broadcast. And it wasn't lost on viewers. One person wrote on X, "One thing I like about Kamala Harris is how she's very visibly alive." Avoiding direct eye contact wasn't the only nonverbal cue that was obvious about Trump's debate performance. Tracy Brown suggests that his body language showed that the VP's jabs were more effective than he tried to let on, saying, "When he got stressed, he had tight or disappearing lips or his trademark pucker." What may have at times been coached restraint on Trump's part did occasionally give way to what looked more like repressed anger. In one instance, Harris took a shot at both Trump's fixation on rally crowds and the talking points at his rallies, which seemed to hit a nerve with Trump, judging by his facial expressions.
And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom.